This is soup for my family. Isn't it wonderful? Soup for my family. It's incredible. It's the perfect size. The size of a football. Soup for my family. It's unbelievable.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Soup for My Family. My name's John Trek, and this is my best pal,
John Holmes.
That's right. The Johns, Soup for My Family, the podcast so good that I burned my mouth. Doesn't roll off the tongue as much as the way I said it the last time, but nobody really cares.
Yeah.
I am tropical as hell, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to look summery. The summer is here in Atlanta, in the suburbs of Atlanta.
It's March, same thing, right?
Yeah, spring has sprung. It's Pi Day 3.14.
What's up? Like to give a shout out to Apple.
Is that an Apple thing?
It's an apple pie.
Oh, Apple. Okay, I thought we were talking Apple products. That's
No.
how corporate. That's how corporate we've gotten. That the Apple
Yeah,
is
dude.
not. It's no longer the fruit. It is the products that I'm recording onto currently. Are you on an Apple product, John? Are you a sellout?
No, of course not. That's one thing I thought about maybe we could bring up is because I have an iPad from like an iPad 2
Same.
from like 2000 fucking probably 7 maybe 8. But that's the only Apple product I own. I even have an Android, and I know saying that is going to enrage some people, mainly you.
It's disgusting, but whatever.
I don't understand this, buddy. I wrote a joke about you.
About me?
Yeah. I only did it like 3 times, I think, because it wasn't funny. There was still
Wait.
so much anger.
Am I some Apple stan in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, because you made fun of me for having an Android.
Did I? Okay. I don't remember. I want to hear about it though. Tell me all about it.
You do. And the punchline was basically like you making fun of me for having an Android and me going, dude, calm down. You have an iPhone 6, all right? You're not better than me.
And this was what, when the iPhone 6 was old or what?
Yeah, this was like last year. I was telling this joke.
Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't remember ever being an asshole about it, but I'll take your word for it, I guess. Ever since I got my first iPhone 8 years ago or something, I have gotten all Apple products. I've got the goddamn watch on, for Christ's sake. I mean, I'm all in, it turns out. It just happens.
But I mean, people do make fun of me. Friends make fun of me for having an Android, and I don't understand why it's disgusting and why it's gross.
I really think it's all just the corporate branding, and like Apple is the superior, and it has a lot to do. It does have a lot to do with the fact that on an iPhone, if someone sends you a text from an iPhone, the text shows up in like an attractive blue color. But if it's not an Apple product, it's like a nasty, like pea green, soupy kind of color.
Oh, that's green. Oh,
Yeah, it's subconscious. I mean, it's not subconscious; it's right there. You know it. But and that I think that has a lot to do with it because people are like, "What the fuck? I don't want to see this damn green color on my phone. It's all about the blue, baby. Blue is I know I'm wearing a greenish color right now. I got a lot of green hues on at the moment, but I'm all about blue. Blue is the color."
I don't get it. And I've also had people call me poor for owning an iPhone, for not owning an iPhone.
That's a whole thing too.
Yeah, but I have a Galaxy S20, like the newest, or it was new when I got it last year, right before COVID hit. I got this phone and it was like $1,000. It's the same price as an iPhone.
It's just classist bullshit, man, and you need to smash it. You need to smash your phone in solidarity with your fellow Android users. No, you got the Galaxy 20. I've got the iPhone 12. Like 20 is way better than 12. I'm going to take your side on this. I don't remember making fun of you. I believe that it happened, but I mean, I would never personally be caught dead with an Android product. But you know, you do you. You have the $1,000 phone of your choice. We're all
right.
we're all walking around with the most expensive thing that all of us own is tracking our every movement. And we encourage it by playing Pokemon Go every day. I think everyone is still doing that. I know that I am.
You're way off. It's all silly goose games.
The Untitled Goose Game?
Yeah.
That's a game. I don't know what the object is, but it's a very popular game.
It's a very popular game. I'm just trying to help you keep up your references, John.
Does Sarah play that game? Are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, she plays it. I don't have any games on my phone.
Yeah. No, I was curious. I wasn't sure if you were actually referencing the game or if you were just saying silly goose games because the goose.
No, I was trying to reference Untitled Goose Game.
Dude, you fucking knocked it out of the park, and I'm impressed. You making a video game reference. I mean, you seem like the kind of guy doesn't give a shit about any video games.
I don't.
You know, the only sport that you watch is the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't think there's any other sport that you really enjoy. Am I accurate in that?
Listen. I watch sports for enjoyment. It's fun to be entertained.
No
right?
shit.
I don't. It's that's it. I mean, I like the Bengals. I like the Blackhawks. I like them, but I mean, like, I'm not like, I don't know. I just can't, like, I'm even playing fantasy hockey this year, but I just can't get like invested like on like everything about these people's lives.
Yeah, I've never been that guy either. I enjoy sports for what they are. I'm not really a diehard for any team. Selection Sunday is going on right now. They just announced all the teams. I heard that
oh yeah,
my Xavier Musketeers did not get in. They're not playing in the tournament, so that's not great. I call them my Xavier Musketeers because I owe that school a lot of money. So it's my basketball team. I own it.
Yeah.
I guess technically Wells Fargo does for another month until they transfer their fees to some other collection agency that I am going to owe money to now. That's fun.
How often does that happen?
This is actually the first time it's happened. Surprisingly, I got a piece of mail that told me that Wells Fargo is getting out of the student loan business. And that they're transferring my debt to another collection agency. And now I'm going to owe them money. So I wrote them a letter back that said that I am getting out of the being in student loan debt business. They did not respond, but I don't know.
We'll see what happens. Get your lawyer on it.
I'm just going to continue to not pay them and see what happens. You know, what are they going to do? Garnish my wages? I guess they'll probably do that, actually. That's probably what they do. Haven't found out yet, but that is probably what they do.
Yeah, dude. Androids versus iPhones. Discussed. We got it. We discussed it, and
we figured it out?
Yeah, we're full of disgust.
I am disgusted by Androids, but I'm not judgmental of someone who dabbles. Okay.
Dabbles? I have never owned an iPhone.
That's not my fault. You know, you don't know what you're missing out on. You're missing out on technology that's presented as brand new, but Android did 8 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're missing out on.
Whatever. I'm over it. I'm over iPhones. I'm over you. I'm done. See you later.
Bye. Andy's gone. All right. Now we can really get into shit now that John Holmes isn't here. Oh shit, wait, there he is.
There I am.
You put your hand, I can't, I'm like a baby. Like you put your hands over your own eyes and I'm like, where'd he go? I can't see him.
Yeah.
Where's John? Where'd he go?
My thing is I'm a parrot. If you throw like a blanket over me, I'll just fall asleep.
I don't even need the blanket. I fall asleep sitting up constantly. In this couch. I've slept on this couch more times than my own bed.
Yeah. Damn.
But that's just when I'm in the doghouse. Am I right, fellas?
Uh-oh. Woof, woof.
Damn. Well, you know what? Last week I came out as a big margarita stan.
Yeah.
Margaritas are the best, and I think I might have to go back on that a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, first of all, I'm drinking. I wish I was drinking a margarita. The goal was to be drinking a margarita, but instead I'm having this. All right, tell me if this is racist. Wait, guy.
Whoa. I'm sure it is.
The drink is called
White guy.
The drink is called Mexican water.
Yeah.
It's Topo Chico and tequila. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Seems
Yeah, that's pretty racist. But I always, like, you hear the most about Mexican water, like the actual stuff. They're like, oh, yeah, don't drink it. It makes you shit.
that's true, and this is just going to make me puke later, so totally
Yeah,
different.
so I don't even think the name is a good name.
It's not
But
accurate,
anyway,
yeah.
I'm drinking a Manhattan named for the very city or the project, I think.
Manhattan Project, yes. Manhattan, I don't know. Yeah, is that a borough? When I think of a borough, I think of Queens, Brooklyn,
Manhattan,
the state of New Jersey. That's a borough of New York City.
North Dakota.
Yes. Portland, Maine.
Yes.
Yeah, Manhattan, I feel like Manhattan is New York. It's not a borough. Like that's New York, and the rest are the fucking boroughs. I don't know.
No,
I never
think
moved
you're-
there, so I don't get to have an opinion about what is a borough and what's not.
Yeah, I remember when you tried to move there with Vincent Holiday, R.I.P.
We're gonna beep that name. That name has been canceled.
Oh, that's
by
right.
by they themselves. I don't know. No longer exists. The name
Yeah.
Vincent Holiday. It's gone from the
R.I.P.
ether. I mean, I think you can probably find it on iTunes still.
Oh yeah, we are both going to be removed from YouTube.
We don't need YouTube. What? We're gonna get another 20 another 20 views on this thing. Like,
Hell yeah, dude, that's
I don't
20
need
people that
YouTube.
watch
I don't need. I'll record this to a VHS and ship it to people. Okay.
that.
Anybody that's watching this has a way to view it on VHS. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
I actually just got a deal so that we're playing at every nursing home across the United States.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh my God. Hell yeah, that's marketing, buddy.
Yeah.
That's hustle. That's the grind showing.
Exactly. I am grinding 24/7. Not really towards getting funnier or like writing, but I'm gonna get us
Getting
some play
product,
time.
getting content out there. That's grinding.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
what you're doing.
And old people love watching two unsuccessful 30-somethings talking to each other on the computer. And
Hey,
we've
man.
got the market cornered.
Nailed down.
So I've been wanting to drink a fucking margarita for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
First of all, it was caused by driving past a place that's right down the street called Tijuana Joe's. They got ice cold margaritas printed big on the side of their wall, and I'm like, it's working. I want one right now.
Yeah.
And I still haven't gotten one. All right, I've gone on a wild, untitled goose game chase the past few days trying to buy shit for a margarita. It's my fault. I will accept blame, but I will still be annoyed because I went to the liquor store at lunchtime on Thursday, got myself got a 6-pack of some beers, got some Irish cream for someone else in the house. I was gonna put that in the margarita and see without Mexico and Ireland, mix it up, see how it goes. I don't know, it might be good. No,
it wasn't.
No, I was buying it for my girlfriend's mom, who I'm living with.
Right.
Just the two of us. We
Dude,
have alienated
tough.
ourselves from the rest of the family.
Yes.
No, I'm going to say no every time I don't actually mean what I'm saying on the comedy podcast. Oh, just kidding, guys.
Oh, that's a good name for our podcast.
Just kidding, comma guys.
Just
Guys,
kidding,
come on. Just messing around up here. Also bought some tequila. The main reason I went was to get the damn tequila. I wanted to make margaritas that night. It was her brother's birthday. He was coming over, gonna grill
Yeah.
out, make some margaritas.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
I was at the liquor store and I got cold feet on their triple sec. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to another store. I'm gonna go to another grocery store, get some triple sec from there or something to make margaritas. Why? I don't know. I just did. I was like, you know, I don't like the price on this triple sec. It's bullshit. I'm not going to get it. I'm going to go to Kroger, get myself some triple sec. Never ended up doing that.
Uh-oh.
So I just had beer that night. And then today, moments ago, before we hit record, I was running around to multiple fucking stores this evening to find some. We go to... first we went to Kroger to get some shit because you can get triple sec at Kroger, right?
Yeah, sure.
In Ohio? I thought so. I assumed you could. You can get liqueur at the grocery store in Ohio. That is not the case in Georgia. I found out because they didn't have it.
Uh-oh. Well, there's a liquor store in the Kroger by my house.
Yeah, but there's not. They don't have that, at least not around here. And then, so we're running around Kroger trying to find the fucking triple sec. They don't have it. I was like, well, we can at least get some limes. Go to the limes. No fucking limes. I go to the lime bin. They don't have any limes. And then I'm like, all right, fine. We'll just stop. There's a liquor store. I was just I wanted to make a one-stop shop because I didn't think the liquor store would have a good selection of limes. I got to have some good limes if I'm going to make a goddamn margarita. Got to get the good shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
So no limes, no triple sec. We stop at the package store, which is what they call it here. Liquor store, package store. We pull up. It's 6:38. They closed at goddamn 6:30.
What? No.
So if we've gone there first, I'll be drinking a goddamn margarita right now. Instead, I'm sipping on Topo Chico, lime juice, and gold tequila. So cheers to my failure to get a damn margarita, I guess.
Hey, buddy. I'll drink to that.
For 4 days now. 4 full days. Still void of a margarita. In defense of the Topo Chico and tequila, it does have a margarita vibe without feeling all sugary and gross. So maybe it's better. Maybe it was meant to be.
Yeah. Trying to get
Because
healthy.
I could have gotten the margarita mix, but fuck that. That shit's nasty. I do not need margarita mix in my life. I almost did it. I could have been doing it, but I was like, no, I want to do the real shit. So here we are, margarita-less on a Sunday afternoon.
Now, if you were to buy the margarita mix, would you have gotten the bucket of margarita? Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is.
Yeah, you do. You went to college.
I don't think I have actually had it. No, I was just gonna get a bottle.
Oh.
The bottle that I almost picked up was called Lefty O'Doul's.
Yeah, man.
Which sounds like a whole different thing. That sounds like a communist, non-alcoholic booze, right?
Yeah, Lefty O'Doul's for German or not German for communist Irish communist margarita drinks.
Yes.
When you want to have a taste of the old Mexico, made by a comrade from Ireland.
That's right. I was looking at the label. I guess he was a baseball player. I don't know if it was local or not. I didn't read it, but the picture was of a guy with a baseball hat on.
Yeah.
And it's the only part of the label that I did read, other than the name, obviously, was that he loved going to Mexico and having a margarita, so he started his own bottled margarita mix company, and now they're selling it at Kroger in suburban Atlanta, at least. I had never seen it before, so I assume it's semi-local. But Lefty O'Doul's, baby.
And then you started. I feel like you were hinting at this last week. About Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, it was more than a hint, baby. I said it out loud, and I said I was going to edit it out, and then I didn't.
Uh-oh. And then Sarah texted you.
What, did she just text me right now? Is that what you're saying?
No. I thought she mentioned, she commented, weren't you supposed to take that out? And then you did.
That's a secret of the podcast biz that you, as someone who doesn't listen to podcasts, wouldn't know. They say we're going to edit that out later, and then you do not edit it out later. It's a funny
is that
gag.
what happens? Is that,
I
man?
love
That's
it.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
The stuff that you do edit out, you don't comment on it, and you definitely don't leave the comment about editing it out in the podcast. So
Well then Sarah's gonna get a taste of me nuts right now.
Whoa, see, that's something we're gonna have to remove. We can't be putting that out there.
She just likes kissing my nuts, you know.
Manux, M''Nux. I like that.
Manux. Manuk if you
big
buck.
money at Manux.
So Jimmy Buffett, I'll go out and say I fucking hate him.
Listen, I think that's fair. All right. Here's the whole thing I was gonna get into. Jimmy Buffett, he does kind of suck. A lot of his shit.
Yeah.
He's got like 80 albums and 3 halfway decent songs.
Yeah.
And 2 of them he's only featured on. So like,
yeah.
But here's the defense that I wanted to make of Jimmy Buffett. More specifically, the song Margaritaville. All right.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is kind of in the lane of Lefty O'Douls, where like that guy loved going to Mexico. It's like, I'm going to start my own company based on margaritas. Jimmy Buffett was like, I like getting fucked up on the beach. I'm going to write a song about it and then turn it into a goddamn empire.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit. There's some music playing outside. I hope it's not getting picked up on the mic. It's probably not.
I don't hear anything.
Didn't need to derail it for
No,
this.
you didn't.
I'm very easily distracted. This is something that happens to me on stage too, where I'll fuck up a line and then start talking about it for 5 minutes and the audience is like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
Kind of like the viewers
You're like
at home
right
are.
now? Yeah, buddy.
So anyways, the point I was making is, shit, I lost it. But Margaritaville, like he wrote this
The
song.
Empire.
He built an empire off of it, but that wasn't the plan when he wrote the damn song. It's just like a basic ass. Here's the point I wanted to make. Margaritaville, overrated, underrated song of all time.
Most overrated, underrated song of all time.
Most underrated by music critics or music snobs or whatever you think. I'm a bit of a music snob myself in certain ways I am. But Margaritaville, first of all, great song. Do you agree with that? Do you like the song Margaritaville?
I don't like what's happened because of that song. But just the song by itself, it's all right. It's kind of sad, I think.
It is sad. It's a party song. But first of all, a little progressive. It's a bit of a progressive song for the 70s, all right? Especially for the fan base that it garnered of a bunch of hedge fund managers that never followed the dead on the road, but now they follow Jimmy Buffett around to 3 concerts every summer. But no, because the refrain, it goes from, some people say there's a woman to blame. All these sexists are saying that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. That's how he starts it. He's in a little bit of denial. Second time the refrain comes by, he says, some people say there's a woman to blame, but I know could be my fault. Let's be real. I'm drinking margaritas every day. I'm drinking them so much that I'm writing a goddamn song about them. I'm stepping on Pop Tops. I'm searching for a shaker of salt. Who's searching for a fucking shaker? It's on the counter, asshole. That's where the shaker of salt is.
That fucked up.
That's how much of a mess you are.
Yeah, dude. That's why I don't like Jimmy Buffett. It's because he makes alcoholism seem cool. It's like, nah, it's kind of sad actually.
But it's fun, John. Don't you get it? If you're on a beach, it's fun.
It's a fun time to watch. Especially during the manic.
Despite being that fucked up, he still is not going to blame a woman for his problems.
That's good. I'll get it to him there.
And then by the end, some self-discovery. Well, I know it's my own damn fault. It is my damn fault.
Damn. Maybe
Can't
I
find
need
the
to
salt.
listen to this song.
So, all right. So that's one point for it. It's a banger. It's a party song, but it's like, damn, it's deep. It's like it's like a dipshit philosopher shit. Like, it's not really deep, but like you're like, oh, I can feel a little bit. It's something. It's like, it feels like a mindless party song, wasted away again in Margaritaville, but you know, it has like an underlying, when you listen to it,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. And then he takes that song, turns it into an entire, like I said, an entire monolith, even outside of like the people that are following it. He's turned it into hotels, restaurant. He made a line of restaurants, Margaritaville, off a song that didn't even make #1 on the Billboard charts. That's, first of all
right.
you got to give him that too. It
Here's
was in the
my
top
problem
8.
with that.
It got to the top 8, but it never got to #1. And I'll let you chime in just a moment. Toby Keith, who has way more #1 hit singles, including the song that he turned into a restaurant chain, I Love This Bar. That business is out of business. There's no fucking Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill anymore, because that guy's a piece of shit. But Jimmy Buffett, fun guy, probably bit of a fucking cornball, can't write more than one hit song, but you know what? That's more than I've done in my goddamn life. There's a Margaritaville. There's one in Cincinnati. They got them at Disney World. They got some here. I think there's one in Cincinnati, right? At the casino.
I don't know.
Or there was at one point. I never went there, but you know. Now you chime in, because I stepped over what you want.
I was gonna say that what you just said, that I blame Jimmy Buffett for doing that to encourage Toby Keith.
That's fair. He inspired some bullshit.
Yeah, he inspired other people who are way shittier to follow the same example and they're just terrible people. Toby Keith.
But he also proved that he's fucking untouchable. It's like Toby Keith, way more commercially successful. I mean, Jimmy Buffett is obviously doing fine for himself, but like Toby Keith is like next level. But he couldn't cut it in the restaurant business.
Yeah, I guess not.
And no one's writing a song about how much I love this bar, about a place called I Love This Bar, you know?
And like, grill.
The thing, and grill. That's the thing. Like Margaritaville is not a place that existed. It didn't. That's just like, it's a made up thing. So he's like, we're gonna make it exist. God damn it! And when you search Margaritaville, this song doesn't even come up. It's the resort. It's the restaurant. It eclipsed, and it's its own place now. There was one more thing I wanted to say about it. Oh, and one thing in defense of Jimmy Buffett, like I said, hasn't had a #1 hit song. The only #1 songs he's appeared on, he was featured on. And in those songs, he references Margaritaville, which is hilarious. It's like, that song never made it #1. This song did. It's like some weird meta shit. And also, that guy's been playing like 30, 40 plus live shows every year since like the 70s, sold out. Meanwhile, everyone's freaking out about Daft Punk. That band played 3 live shows over the span of 30 years. They're broken up now. They're probably going to play more live shows now than they ever did. It's the point I'm trying to make is that Jimmy Buffett is better than Daft Punk, and that is the stance that this podcast is kind of going to be known for in the future.
Okay. Here's a couple counterpoints to Jimmy Buffett.
Rebuttal.
He's written books. Did you know that? He has books out. And every time I tried to go to like a half price books or something and buy like some Anthony Burgess or he wrote Clockwork Orange.
Oh, never heard of it.
Okay.
I wrote my senior thesis on it, didn't read it.
or William S. Burroughs. I gotta go through the B's and I gotta see the Buffets and I gotta be reminded every time of that piece of shit.
Oh, Dan, did you
get to Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs, and I gotta see that Jimmy Buffett has like 20 books, and they're like 20 different books, and I gotta be like, this motherfucker is just writing Margaritaville fan fiction.
Do you remember the name of any of the books?
No, I don't. I can guarantee you I have glossed over that the second I saw it.
Well, I didn't know if any of them will be like funny or clever. Because all right, I wrote this part
I'm
down
sure
as.
they're great if you love that shit.
Well, no, I was just wondering if it like if the name like stuck out to you, even if you knew it was
No.
bullshit. Because do you know what his band's name is?
What?
The Coral Reefers.
Uh-oh. Hello. Someone likes the doobies.
That's right. We're never gonna get arrested for this. We're white and rich. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Second piece of why I hate him is definitely. I think this is a good one. His fans are terrible. I mean, the parrot heads are just these drunk, just drunk old white guys, just tearing everything up, being entitled. And I avoid whenever Jimmy Buffett comes to Cincinnati every year. I'm like, well, I'm not going outside this weekend because
I'm gonna avoid Riverbend Music Center over on the east side of town. That's not near anything else.
yeah, but I'm also not gonna just. What if I run into one on the street as they're? Yeah, that's gonna be awkward.
Yeah, that's fair. Listen, that's fair enough. And also, I don't know if you know this, parrot head, a term that was coined in Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cincinnati has historically been a pretty good market for Jimmy Buffett for whatever reason. Because they used to, before Riverbend existed, they did their shows at Kings Island, at the amphitheater, at the amusement park in Cincinnati.
Oh, damn.
And they would do like multiple shows because they would sell them all out. And
yeah.
And I know that because I know that not because I'm a Jimmy Buffett nerd, which I'm not. I know I'm standing Jimmy Buffett, but
yeah, you're
honestly,
standing pretty hard.
A lot of his. When I got high and was on the trail and thinking about these arguments, I was like, you know what? I got to put on some Jimmy Buffett music because, it's going to inspire some inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And it did not. I heard Margaritaville, and then I heard his other two top hits, which are an Alan Jackson song and a Zach Brown Band song that he features on.
Oh, really? You didn't even listen to Cheeseburger in Paradise?
So that song played fourth after those two because I just played like the Spotify top songs.
Yeah.
Which Cheeseburger in Paradise also. I mean, that is a Weird Al. That is a Weird Al tier song. Like it's fun.
Yeah, if that was Weird Al, I think I would have let it slide. But
Cheeseburger in Paradise is one of the best Weird Al songs that Weird Al didn't write. I mean, the part where he's like chanting about the toppings that he loves in a burger. I mean, come on, does anything make it? Margaritaville makes me want to drink a margarita. Cheeseburger in Paradise makes me want a damn cheeseburger. And I think that there's a lot of restaurants that did not get on board with Jimmy Buffett in a way that they absolutely could have.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A should hire Jimmy Buffett to sing about their sandwiches so they can have those drive-through lines wrap another time around their building every goddamn day.
Dude. It needs to be too much.
Chick-fil-A in Paradise. There you go. Like, that's all you need.
There you go. I mean, that's pretty good. That's
big
pretty
kosher.
Good.
Well, maybe they won't say kosher pickle because, but, there's definitely pickle on there. They're probably not going to mention the draft beer either.
Yeah.
You have no fucking idea what I'm talking about, too. You're like, I know about the song. I don't know the lyrics.
I've listened to that song. My dad loved that song.
So I'm really putting my thumb in a wound.
Oh yeah,
right
you're just
shoving
that thumb on my ass, making me come. Woo!
I am sorry, but okay. So back to the point that I was trying to make, which was I kept listening. I had to turn his music the fuck off because after Cheeseburger in Paradise, that fifth song, I mean, just dog shit. It doesn't get better,
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Fins is that's another banger. It mentions Cincinnati, which not a lot of songs mention Cincinnati.
No.
So, got to give.
All right.
The other thing is that Fins and Cheeseburger in Paradise, it's the same song. Like melodically, same fucking song. So, I will concede to you that for the most part sucks, but Margaritaville, I will stand.
John, you convinced me. My beautiful wife Sarah made me a margarita crushed ice because we have that stimmy.
Well, you know what? I respect it. We can cheers to that. Wasted away in Margaritaville. I
Oh
topped
yeah.
off again too. Jimmy Buffett is the greatest artist that has ever lived. Greater than Prince. Greater than
All
Queen.
right.
Greater
Mhm.
than a third royalty-based artist. The Beatles. They are royal
There you go.
because they were knighted. um,
That's right. Look at you
I've
know.
talked. I fucking talked enough. Let me stop talking.
All right. I got a thing we can talk about.
Great.
Dogs. Dogs were in the news this week, buddy.
Were they? Oh my
Oh
god! I
yeah,
want to hear
they're
about it.
always in the news. Dogs.
Dogs are in my daily feed, so
Oh,
I
I
eat
know that.
dogs. I eat
I,
dog.
well, President's dog, a rescue, did a Secret Service man, and then boom, he's out of the majors. You know what I'm saying?
They bumped him down. Major has been
That dude
bumped down.
been taken out of the majors. Damn. Yeah, they got rid of that dog quick.
Dude, they did not even waste any time.
They were just like Joe Biden, Uncle Joe just came out and just was like, "Well, we got a problem."
Old Yeller.
Grandpa Joe. What do they call him?
Dude,
Uncle Joe or Grandpa Joe?
I feel like I've heard both. Uncle Joe, I think, is the whole deal of like he's your weird uncle. Like that's the image that like the Onion crafted for him over the Obama presidency of like the weird uncle with a Camaro and like
Yeah,
always has his shirt off.
yeah, man.
Which I wish that guy was the president. That guy would be better.
Let's open. Oh, don't want to see my
4
tiny
more
nipples.
nips. I want to see it.
4 more nips. That's what we're all saying.
Dude, they dropped that dog so fast. I thought it was a sexual assault allegation against Joe Biden. Like, woo, baby. Like they had
They were so proud that there was that there was a dog back in the White House. Yeah, I remember that. They were like, "Yeah, there's someone who loves dogs back in the White." Hitler liked dogs, dude. Hitler. There's home movies of Hitler playing with puppies, and people were like outraged that it made him like it made it humanize him. And I'm like, yeah, even Hitler liked puppies. Puppies are great.
That is so funny because it is crazy. Like, I get it. I am clearly a fucking dog person. I'm a
Yeah.
fucking dog person. I like to fuck dogs. I even have a dog on my hat. Like, I'm a dog guy, clearly. Like, it's not a big deal. My profile picture is me with my dog. Like, my Tinder profile currently, even though I'm in a long-term 5.5-year committed relationship, is just a picture of my dog. And I try to pick up chicks that are into just dogs. I'm not in any of the pictures.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm not saying what kind of dog. You know what I mean, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
howl.
But yeah, no, it's all right. I don't care that Trump didn't have a dog. I think it's
Yeah, I
weird
know,
that
right?
there's this standard of like they must have a dog. Like,
Or
why?
some kind of animal.
They're not watching the dog. They're not taking they're literally hiring somebody to watch that dog. So like
Yeah,
if anything, the most egregious part about Trump not having a dog is that the White House dog watcher didn't have a job for 4 years.
yeah. He was probably just doing something else.
Yeah, like cleaning the toilet.
Like,
They were just doing every other
yeah,
part of their job that's not watching the dog, which you know that they're doing.
yeah, you love that dog. What's your
But
dog's name and how did you get it, John?
I'm not saying my dog's name on a public forum because I'm not
Well,
trying to have my identity stolen, John. Who do you
okay.
think you are?
All right. Well, then just give me your mother's maiden name.
You can get that after I hit record off because you're not going to know that. You're not going to know the school that I went to grade school at. You're not going to know the street that I grew up on. You are not
All right.
stealing my identity on a
Mm-hmm.
public forum. You're going to have to do
Well,
that in private.
one of us have. Yeah, I'll DM you.
Yeah, I'll send it all to you in your DMs, and
Yeah.
then Zuckerberg has it, and anybody that checks my DMs. No, it is so weird though that's like a standard, like,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I don't like to buy into any of this cult. I mean, it comes down to like the culture war bullshit too. Like, oh, he had a dog and Trump didn't have a dog. Like, oh, he's like a real human. It's like he's real. Fuck. He's like, who cares? Like he had no. He had no. He didn't make the decision to have a dog. Like his handlers were like, you have to have a dog. Let's make it a rescue. People like that's a whole trend now. We'll make it a rescue. Yeah. And then he's like, great. We'll do some photo ops. And then it's a bit of cop, which I mean, let's be real. That makes him the coolest Biden.
Yeah. Makes him deserve the Medal of Freedom.
And you know, I mean, I have a hard time issuing a race to a dog, but like a dog that bites a cop and survives, like cops love shooting dogs. I don't know if you've been on the internet lately, but that's a whole thing where cops will kill dogs when they are breaking into homes, trying to get criminals, but they have the wrong address, and then they kill a person's dog and ruin their lives. But that dog survived, and it bit the Secret Service. And I mean, Secret Service is like the cops of all cops. Like they're the top tier cops.
Yeah.
That dog survived.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I mean, we think. I don't know where he is now.
That's true.
Probably back in the shelter.
I mean, I think he is back in the shelter. I have to assume that they sent that dog back to where it came from. Which was like a shelter in Delaware, because he's trying to represent that home, not even the hometown, right? He lives in Delaware now, but he's Scranton Joe. He was old Michael Scott, the president. Oh yeah, yeah, he's from Scranton. That's his whole thing.
Is he really from where the office is?
Yep.
Does he know Ted Kaczynski?
No, but he knows Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation. Oh, yeah. He was on that show 16 times. He was on that show more than Aubrey Plaza was. I don't know if you know that. That's a fact.
Wow.
He's in the background of every shot.
Yeah, I did know that. I was always like, oh, there he is.
There's our favorite vice president, we didn't find out he was racist 15 years ago yet.
Yeah. Well, I remember him when he was announced to be the vice president. He said, hey, I guess I'll be cool with a black man this once. And I was like, wait a second. This once? What does that mean, Joe? No, he never said
that. He never said that. He thinks they all should be in jail, which is fucked up.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked up, Joe.
But no, I mean, like the dog bit a cop. Like I can't be upset with that dog. Like that's a cool dog. Like that dog has done way cooler shit than most people that I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I know a lot of people who call themselves leftists. They've never bitten cops.
No, I know very few leftists who have bitten cops, and
cowards.
That's unfortunate. They're cowards, all of them.
That's why the left continues to lose. Like they won't bite cops.
Yeah. Gotta spread the disease, What if you become a cop if you bite a cop?
Oh, damn, like a reverse vampire. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not put it past the cops to have that kind of shit in their DNA.
Once you get a taste of that blood, you're just like, oh, I have authority and demand respect.
It alters your DNA just like the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah, dude. They're microchipping these cops.
Shit, dude. We're on.
I mean, something. I wish. Why is everyone else like getting microchipped but cops? That doesn't seem right. Like,
right? Well, the cops are getting microchipped before everyone else. That's what's bullshit about it.
Yeah.
That's all right. So we're switching topics here, but like, I was initially averse to people pulling strings to get the fucking vaccine right now. Like making some shit up, like, oh yeah, I've got my BMI is higher than whatever. They're not checking. You can just say that. Right? You can just, I'm a nurse. I work 4 10-hour shifts. I'm a nurse. That's how you prove that you're a real nurse. You know that they work 4 10s. That's the nurse's schedule.
Yeah.
Or more. But like, all right. So I'm currently not eligible in Georgia to get the vaccine, if we're being honest. I work from home. I literally never have to leave the house if I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't interact with people. My job shouldn't exist in terms of society, and I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary of having that job that shouldn't exist. Capitalism, nothing better. But, so, the vaccine, it's different in every state, but I know that in Ohio and in Georgia, the people on the priority list do not include restaurant workers, grocery store workers, people we're told are essential workers. They're telling us, do your civic duty. Get out there. Go drink at the bars. Go eat at the restaurants. Buy all the toilet paper that you can because your asshole is shitty.
You're gonna Baja Blast some shit out of that asshole, buddy.
And that Baja Blast shit is extra runny.
Yeah, you need all the toilet paper.
The Taco Bell mystery meat is gonna make it's gonna be nasty. If you don't have a bidet, you're gonna be using a whole roll.
Yeah, dude.
But that's the most important thing you can do as an American citizen is stimulate that local economy. Get your finger up in the local economy and do the come here motion.
Yeah.
By buying local beers, by buying all the toilet paper, and by buying pho from a local Vietnamese restaurant or whatever you're doing, you know?
Yeah, man. Gotta support the troops.
But like, so they're still like in both of the states that we are currently residing in. Those folks are not on the priority list. Meanwhile, cops are.
Yeah,
cops are. Cops, the group. I know it's pretty. If you follow either of us on Twitter or talk to either of us in person, you're going to know our opinion about cops. But let's say there are some cops that wear masks. I've never fucking seen them in real life.
No,
I was at a number of protests over the summer. I see them out and about. I see them, hanging out outside of Kroger and the certain Krogers that have cops hanging outside of them.
Yeah.
No mask. No fucking mask at all.
No, dude.
But they get the vaccine first. So I'm like, fuck that. I will cut the line. I'm sorry if I get in front of a restaurant worker or someone that works at the grocery store, but fuck that. I'm getting it as soon as I can. Like
yeah, dude.
I don't care. Like fuck that. I get it. You have to do tiers because it's still limited in its rollout somehow. Even though we've had some of these vaccines confirmed for like 6 months at this point, so the fact that we don't have enough is
that's a lot.
It's insane. So the point is like fuck it. If you have an opportunity to get that vaccine, get it because there's no waiting list at this point in my mind. Like it's all total bullshit. Like they gave it to a lot of people who like don't need it right off the bat, and I definitely don't need it. I just want it so I can go do shows without worrying about it. So I'm hoping to get it this week. Probably not going to happen, but we'll see.
I'll make it happen for you, buddy. I got a bootleg vaccine.
Oh shit.
You. Yeah, dude. I'm connected. Yeah, I made it in my bathtub. I made it myself, dude.
Can I hook that up to my weed vape and just inhale it?
Yeah, dude. It'll get you real high.
Damn, that's like two birds, bro. I love that.
Man, I'm all about innovation.
Can I overdose?
Oh yeah, very easily.
All right. I'm gonna maybe don't send it to me. I have no self-control whatsoever.
I knew it. It's already in the mail, buddy.
All right. We'll check in next week if I make it. The stimmy went out on Friday, or they passed it. Did you get yours yet?
No, I still haven't even gotten to 600.
What?
Yeah, dude, there's something fucked up with our taxes. And then
Oh
so
my God,
and
dude.
TurboTax, this happened to a lot of people. TurboTax is like you'll get your money once you file your taxes again this year.
Dude, all right. That is
So
so
so we
insane.
haven't I know, so we haven't even filed our taxes yet. So I think once we get that, then we'll get the $2,000 each in one lump sum, I guess.
Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right. This is the other thing that's so like, dude, this country is so fucking backwards. Like I have no needs, like no legitimate needs, especially compared to a lot of people. Like I've been gainfully employed. I can work from home. I can stay safe and make enough money to not fucking worry. Um, and I got the full stimulus, you know? I got both of the full stimulus checks. If anyone shouldn't have gotten a stimulus, it's me,
Yeah.
which everyone should have got a stimulus every month for the past 13 months at this point.
No shit.
2,000 a month. Every other fucking country could do it. We could, you know. We have the greatest system on the world. That's interesting that the country that's the great number one in the world couldn't help all of its citizens for a year. Not even 1 month. We couldn't even handle a month.
It's so sad.
So the point is, like, the fact that you haven't gotten yours, like, what the fuck? How is that? How are we living? I mean, I'm saying, how are we living in a functioning society? But the reality is that we're not.
Yeah.
And we're a lot closer to societal collapse than I think a lot of us is willing to admit.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm praying for that revolution.
I mean, I'm not doing anything to actively cause it to happen. Well, one, because I don't think I need to, and two, because I'm a little pussy, little coward. I didn't mean to use a gendered phrase there. I support all cats.
Yes.
A little puppy.
Even the Siamese.
But dude, I do not get it. So I hope you get yours. I don't know if I got mine. I have to assume I did because the past two that I got less than a week after they passed the bill.
Damn.
I got mine immediately. It's almost like they ensure that the people who are doing okay get theirs first.
Yeah.
Weird.
Of course.
Strange.
I know, right? I'm in the position where I'm lucky enough not to have like the even needed the stimulus. Because I've gone by so far without the 600 or the 1400 yet.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful of what's that I have a steady job that I can still grab a paycheck from.
For sure.
And still live comfortably, but there's so many people out there that are struggling so much, and
even with it,
they're still like, yeah, this isn't enough. This is what was the first one we got? How much? 1,200?
1,200.
Yeah. So combined with everything, that's like 2,200. Or 3,200
over the
right?
span of a year.
Over the span of a year, $3,200. Where Ireland been getting like 2,000 checks a month.
Canada,
So like, yeah, dude,
it's right there, other side of Lake Erie, dog. You drive 300 miles. You can drive less than 300 miles and be somewhere where they're getting 2,000 a month.
Yeah, dude. Because they actually give a shit about their, and it's just such the capitalistic ideology of like you don't just the idea of like you're poor because you made bad decisions.
like everyone on Wall Street is not making multiple bad decisions every half hour.
Yeah, dude.
If we're being honest, like I've started dabbling in like day trading shit because it's easy and it's kind of fun, to be honest.
Gambling.
It's gambling for people who don't have anything to worry about. And I think all this GameStop shit has made that very blatantly apparent to a lot of people.
It's so corrupt. Wall Street is so corrupt.
It's even more. I think it's even more corrupt than people realize because it literally has less rules than like a casino does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, way less.
It's all. I mean, if the casino favors the house, then if like gambling favors the house always, if you're at a casino, right? Like that's what they
Yeah.
say. Like you play a game, like you're
Yeah.
way more likely to lose than you are to win. Like
Yeah.
Wall Street is like if only the house gets to play. Like the house makes the rules, and like they let the plebeians play. People like me even, like
Yeah.
they're just like, yeah, you can, go ahead and do whatever, which is kind of what's somewhat fun about like the GameStop shit,
Yeah.
because GameStop still isn't like beating the system, but it's like in some ways it kind of is. It's at least exposing it.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
like
definitely bringing it to light.
I don't think anything crazy is going to come from the GameStop shit, because like, we're like a month out from that, and it's up again I bought some GameStop shares when they were more
Hell yeah.
expensive than they cost now, because I'm
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah, man, you can't gamble that well. You're not a good gambler.
Yeah. But I did average down, so I'm up at the moment. But I bought some stocks when they were more expensive than the rent that I used to pay.
Ooh.
But like I don't think anything crazy is going to happen from GameStop, but I think it is further revealing to people, much like COVID, like the fact that COVID happened and they couldn't send money to people, but they could bail out every single
Oh yeah, right.
corporation. Money
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
No, dude,
It has become beyond apparent to people that money doesn't exist. So we're just a step away from total societal collapse at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I remember seeing this story. I forget exactly who it was. I want to say Elon Musk, but I don't remember this story exactly, but it was like either Elon Musk or somebody very rich and powerful sold some of their stocks, did like some kind of like insider trading or something to make the stocks of the company they own be 420 on the market. Just for a joke. Just for a joke.
That seems like something that Musk might do. I don't know.
And
I really don't know.
yeah, I think so. It said something like to impress like someone's girlfriend or something. Like
Sounds like something
the guy just made the stock be 420, and they did, and then he got a fine from the like SEC or something, which was probably like $12,000, and he's like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Honestly, it probably wasn't even that.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's the thing too. I've started following that Wall Street Bets subreddit, which is like it's a bunch of like morons who are engaging in capitalism, and like they think that capitalism is going to defeat capitalism. So like they're morons in that regard.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing around the GameStop stuff of like we're going to bring down capitalism via capitalism. It's like, I mean, you might
you're exposing shit.
Legit, you will expose some shit, and you might like fuck with some hedge fund managers, which I think is funny and good, but you're not going to take down the actual system via stock trading. But you will certainly, further the contradictions of capitalism. If that's your goal, I don't know, but like that is what's going to happen, because it's something that the Republicans have leaned into this past year, especially, of like, look how great the stock market was under Trump, and look how great the stock market has performed under COVID. It's like, yeah, but look how like most people can't afford rent, motherfucker. Like, it doesn't matter what Wall Street looks like. People can't afford to live while Wall Street is making record gains. Like, that's not a sustainable system.
No, you can't have just people on track to become the world's first trillionaire when people are just dying in the streets, dude. This is not a good system. And everyone believes it's that capitalism was, dude. What other idea from the 1700s has been are we now looking back at and being like, oh, that's the best idea? Are we still doing that too? Like even clothes now, we're like, why would the fuck do you need all that clothes? You don't need to wear a corset and underpant or like, a petticoat and like all this extra shit. We're like, just strip it down.
They got slavery, right? So I mean, they've
Yeah.
got to. They're going to get the rest, and that's still thriving, just like It's almost like that, and capitalism have some sort of underlying connection to each other. But let's not get too dark, John.
Wait a second. What? Capitalism and slavery go hand in hand?
No, it was a joke, John. It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Trying,
Well,
John, we're trying. You know what? We are
you
trying.
almost had me, dude.
I'm a jokester, dude. I'm funny. I'm good.
Wow. Put that on a clip. Submit it to the Grammys. I bet it's gonna win tonight.
I hope so, dude. I hope so. And this show, I wanted to get into this, but this show is brought to you by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo. If you ever wanted to open a checking account but didn't know about it.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the last podcast or the last. What am I saying? Edit this out. Let's get into the last subject I wanted to talk about. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, let's go.
As you know, I like spending money on cool-looking clothes. I got this one a long time ago. I don't know if you can see it with my beard. It's really, I love this. It's got the elbow patches.
Nice.
This little.
What's is it burgundy?
It's like a wool brown.
Okay.
Like chocolate brown. It's got this. I think it was originally intended as a hunting jacket.
Like hunting what? Pussy?
Yeah, man. Hunting poon. You know me. I'm a poon hunter.
Track it down.
Can't get enough. Can't get enough of that muff. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
After I fuck a woman, I'm just like, all right, I need to do that again with someone else.
Whoa. Yeah, dude.
Hey, dude, I'm sorry. I'm a poon hound. You know me. Anyway.
Don't kink shame.
Don't kink shame.
This is a sex positive podcast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I just bought these on Poshmark. Well, bam. Look at these nice, like, old school. What are these? Are Breckenbauer all-arounds.
Adidas. All day I dream about Sarah. That's you.
Oh, yeah. Sex with Sarah. I should do. I guess I should say that. Right? Yeah. Poonhound with my wife.
Nice.
No, I bought those. Those were like maybe $50 with shipping. That's not bad. I like them. They fit great. And then I bought this a while ago.
A phone?
Yeah, dude. Brand new phone.
Did you finally go Apple? Did you finally go Apple halfway through the episode?
Yeah, I switched over. I'm sorry.
Hell yes.
No, I was looking at. Yeah, dude. You're just winning. You can't help but win.
That's right.
I was on Ebbets Field Flannels. They do a lot of Ebbets.com. It's like a lot of old school jerseys. So like they have this one, which is like I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the light. No. All right. God damn it, that ruins everything. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this.
Hard to do a visual bit. Okay.
Look at that, what I bought.
I see it. All right, so for the folks in their cars who aren't watching, it's a baseball jersey that says commies across the chest.
Yeah, dude. You know I'm a communist. You know I had to get that.
So you picked that up.
Yeah, dude. It was actually from a 1927 minor league baseball team out of Decatur.
Decatur what?
I don't know. I don't know if it doesn't say in the description if it was Georgia or Illinois. I don't know.
Georgia. Indiana,
Yeah,
probably Illinois. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of
I don't know.
Decatur's.
Yeah, but they were called the Commodores,
Mm,
but
oh,
they just had commies on one of the jerseys, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna have to rep that.
dude, that rules. So wait, did that predate like the Cold War? It had to.
Oh yeah, it was 1927.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm sure they like because like even the Reds in the 50s with McCarthyism went back to the red stockings for like a while uh because they didn't want to be associated.
Yeah, that was. I remember learning about that in history class specifically. Did you know that the Reds just picked up, I think, a pitcher? I don't know what position he plays, but he's an active member of the Democratic Socialists of America.
Oh hell yeah, no, I didn't. You don't remember his name?
No, I'll have to look it up.
Was it
I'll
Sean Doolittle?
I don't remember, but
Doolittle.
they
Okay.
just picked the player up, and some comrades posted about the fact
Hell yeah.
that the Reds just picked up the only openly
Nice.
socialist player, right? Probably in any sport,
Yeah.
in the United States. So I'm like, hell yeah! It's like he was a member, I think, in Philly or something, and then now he's in the Reds. So that's pretty
Okay,
cool.
dope. Hell yeah. I think a lot more people would be socialists if they understood what socialism, what communism actually means, right? Like
Well,
it's
that's kind of my whole thing. I am still averse to using. First of all, I think labels can be helpful, and I think labels like socialist and communist are actively not helpful because of the negative connotations that they have. I absolutely uh, agree with the idea that we should use them to destigmatize them,
yeah.
because the more that regular, quote unquote, regular people use them and destigmatize them and make people realize that they are just normal, not like
Yeah,
fascism, basically.
we're not trying to overtake everything. Well, I mean we are.
While there's benefits to that, at the same time, I think in a lot of regards, especially with certain demographics, it's going to take a lot more than just that to get them over it. So like you have to be able to market yourself to different demographics, basically. Like, yeah, use the term socialist with millennials and Gen Zers, but like people who are older than us, like Michael Holder is a great example. Like a lot of people think he's a crazy right winger. He might be listening to this. I don't know. He listened to my old show, um, but like I got him on board. He was on board with Bernie Sanders, like all this
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
Like most people, ideologically, if you remove labels, if you
Yeah.
remove like these scare tactics and all this bullshit that the capitalists peddle both on Fox News and on MSNBC, like if you just talk about the specific policy ideas, Medicare for all, um, like work unionization, even the word unionization, I think
Yeah.
is demonized by the
Oh
right,
yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
power of the worker over the boss and
Yeah,
like
dude.
having freedom in the workplace is directly tied to this crazy idea called socialism.
Yeah, dude.
And
It's like
that's
why
how. Sorry, I'm talking too
oh
much. You say what you're
no,
gonna say.
it's all right, dude. I enjoy your thoughts. I enjoy your thoughts. I was just gonna say it's why, yeah, you remove the term socialism from, or just like, I mean, I'll admit I'm a proud communist because I'll tell people that. I wear that on my sleeve, I don't care, but I'm also trying to like destigmatize this idea that communism, oh, we're gonna eat your children or whatever, or but I mean, it's more to point out that people are like communism and more basic understanding of what humans need isn't a scary term. It shouldn't be a scary term. It's good people, but I agree with you that if you remove these labels and simply talk about like policies if you don't have an R or a D next to someone's name
Mm-hmm.
on Fox News or MSNBC or CNN, you remove that and just listen to their policies. Dude, most people are gonna be most people are gonna agree with the people that are like, yeah, I don't want to go bankrupt because because my grandma got COVID
No shit.
and now has to die in a hospital room alone.
Most people are to the left of everybody in Congress.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw this other meme the other day. Once again, I read a meme yesterday.
Dude, memes are important. I know that sounds like a joke, but they condense a message to an image, and they're obviously very powerful. I mean, memes are the reason Trump became president.
I know, right? But it said that like most people or it said that the Democrats, I remember now, said the Democrats will like go moderate. I mean, moderate, you know what I mean?
Moderate.
AKA
Yeah.
really right wing.
Yeah, far right.
Yeah, they'll go far right in terms of like compromise, while younger Democrats will shout for more progressive changes, or progressive Democrats will address the fact that we don't need them. We just need to keep on addressing more progressive changes. Then the next election, Democrats will lose and then blame the progressives and say that it was all because of them like infighting.
They were too far left.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's something that has been driving. I have like 5 different thoughts. Half of my forgot already because I'm 4 drinks deep. But
Yeah.
like, all right, so yes, the Democrats. First of all, the Democrats are controlled opposition for the most part.
Yeah.
Their job they're being paid by the corporations. They're
all sucking from the same teeth.
Their job is to pretend like they are opposing the Republicans while not actually opposing them.
Mm-hmm.
All talk, no action.
Yeah.
So when they are all talk and no action, while they're getting some pressure from the left, and then they lose their elections in 2022, which is what they're on track to do right now, unless some shit happens. Which hopefully, like I absolutely hope that Joe Biden proves me wrong. I want him to prove me wrong.
I know, right?
I would love nothing more to be proven wrong about Joe Biden. But if they remain on track and lose in 2022, all of the blame will go to Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar and all of these progressives who had the balls to demand the bare fucking minimum for the working class.
Dude, exactly. And then they're going to be like, yeah, you weren't with us for unity. It's like, dude, if nothing else, these past 4 years prove that Republicans don't give a shit about unity. They want their power and their team to win. They don't give a shit. And then this idea of Democrats, hey, we need to reach across the aisle. It's like, fuck off.
What aisle? What aisle? You guys are both sitting on the same side of the aisle.
I know, right?
Reaching across the aisle implies that they have any intention of doing something like canceling student debt or passing Medicare for all, which they don't.
No, dude.
Which most people support. Here's I wanted to mention this in the past, but like I don't remember the percentage. It's something like between 70 and 80% of people support a minimum wage of at least $15 an hour, which is not enough.
No, that's
a living wage. A living wage is $26 an hour, which I'm not certain that I even make.
No, dude.
Most people don't make. But most people, an astounding majority of Americans support a $15 minimum wage. But if all you do is watch MSNBC or CNN or Fox News, You think it's a 50-50 issue. Half of America wants a minimum wage of $15 an hour. Half of America doesn't. It's like, no, that's not the case. The Democrats, for the most part, will vote in favor of a minimum wage if it's close enough that the ones that don't support it can vote for it. So they seem progressive because they know it's going to lose.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But like that's not the case.
No, dude.
Most people support it, which gets back to the point that you made before, which is that when you remove the labels, when you take the D and the R, the socialist, the all that shit, if you strip all that shit off and just talk about specific policies of, do you think a society that is just ensures that everyone that works 40 hours a week or even 20 hours a week, let's be honest, you shouldn't have to work. Yeah. But let's just put it in that context. If someone works 40 hours a week, grueling work on their feet, 40 hours a week, should they be able to afford rent and food for their family?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely they should.
Of course they do. Yeah, no one,
but when you frame it in terms of, do you think the guy that works at McDonald's deserves to be able to afford a home? You know, those high schoolers at McDonald's that are kind of snobby to you because they're high schoolers. Like, they love to frame it in that way, like that's everybody that works at McDonald's. It's like if McDonald's ran specifically on high school labor, it wouldn't exist. Like, that's just not the reality of our situation. Like, there are grown adults with children and a whole family who want to work at McDonald's. And if you know what, if they want to do that, they should be able to do that. And they should be able to afford rent at the very bare minimum.
Yeah, I know, right?
And nobody in any state across the country can afford rent based on one full-time McDonald's employee salary.
No shit.
That's just the reality.
Yeah.
What is a society that cannot provide the bare minimum for people who work, who spend all of their time working?
Yeah.
What's the point of being alive?
Yeah, dude.
If you spend your entire time working and you still can't put food on your table, other than the food that you stole from your poison food company employer.
Yeah, dude. No, like, dude, my mom has been working at Kohl's, right, for the past like couple years. First, it was to help pay for my grandmother's in the nursing home and stuff. But she's a retired teacher. She taught like for over something like 40 years.
Someone who shouldn't have to work for the rest of her life and should be okay.
Yeah. So she originally started working there to help pay for my grandmother's nursing home. But then my grandmother died, and now she still works there because she likes having extra money. She's been there for now probably like 3-4 years. Still makes less than $10 an hour.
That is so insane to me.
Yeah, dude, she's making like $8 or $9, something like that. And she works there full time. And she tells me about, and like sometimes in the past we would go to Kohl's and like we would go to her store and she'd be happy, showing me off to all the coworkers and stuff. Some of these guys I would see it, like some of her coworkers, I'm like, you have like 3 kids, and I don't know how you're living.
It's
because
crazy,
you have
dude.
3 kids and you're making less than $10 an hour at a part-time job. And she would be like, and then she would be like, oh, well, they have multiple part-time jobs. And they do that so they can cut the benefits, cut the amount of money they want to give you.
Yep.
They cut everything. So that's why most people, but that's also a bullshit term, part-time work, because you can work up to 32 hours. That's 4 days a week at a job and still be considered part-time.
Dude, 32 hours is full-time. That is your life.
I know, right?
If you're working 32 hours a week.
All I'm saying, listen, it's just like, yeah, 32 hours is a full-time job. I'm sure you don't work for the full 40 hours of the week you work. No. Listen. No, of course not. Because, and I know he's not popular in the United States or around the world, but
brace yourselves, folks.
Joseph Stalin had a good point when he said, yeah, yeah, good old Uncle Joe, the original Uncle Joe.
The original Uncle Joe.
Joseph Stalin did once say that every person deserves 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of play.
Hang on.
A day.
Stalin is the one that started that? I've
Yeah.
heard that separate from Stalin.
Oh, really? I thought I was
Yeah.
pretty sure that was a Stalin quote.
You know what? We'll Google it afterwards. For the context of this episode, it was Stalin. He did a lot of terrible shit, killed a lot of people, but he said that one thing that is actually kind of bullshit. But you know,
I mean, I play with myself for about 8 hours.
Here's the thing. I don't know if we're removed from the context of this or not, but like people like to pretend that like the far right is Nazism and the far left is communism, and that like the far left and the far right as it's represented in American politics are Nazism versus communism in that context, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like so far from the truth. Like the far right is adjacent to Nazism because they wave their flags and they think some of their ideas are good. But the far left in American politics is like, we should give people the health care that most countries that are not as rich as our country guarantees.
Yeah, dude. It's not
like
the far left in this country, in terms of like elected officials in politics, is basically like, hey, we should have decent livable wages, and we should help out some people and not just cast them to the wolves every day.
Yeah, absolutely. If you believe that somebody who works, again, 40, let's just say 40 as the point of perspective, someone that works 40 hours a week should be able to afford their rent or their mortgage and, you know, nice 3 meals a day just for themselves. Again, for the bare minimum, let's just say for themselves, not even kids, not even, you know, a spouse. Like then you are a far left radical communist in this country.
It's wild. It's wild but that's what the Cold War really did to us, is that it just put that fear of anything kind of like they want to use the term handout when it's really just accountability for your citizens.
Yeah. They call them entitlements, but it's like, well, I'm paying. I know you think that taxes are just fascism, but in my perspective, not even my perspective, this is what taxes are for. Healthcare, roads, you know, the police. You like the police, don't you?
Yeah. Hey, you want to have free public education, which is like, people will gloss over that fact that in America, that's one of the good things we do have, is free K through 12 education. I mean, it's not always the best. In fact, a lot of times it can be pretty bad.
On purpose.
On purpose, yeah. Defunding schools that need more funding. Yeah, that's always, I mean, and teachers are paid shit. We don't invest in our education system. So what was the good point about this again? Oh yeah, that it's free. But it's not
free though. It's not free.
Yeah, it's not, because
it's
we pay
just not
taxes.
Extra.
Yeah. But the idea that we pay taxes for everything else, you know what? I'd rather have my taxes go to a teacher and some free healthcare rather than just bombing Syria.
Yeah, no shit. And that's the thing that's so crazy to me. Like, people act like the defund the police, you know, movement is so radical. It's like, we literally do nothing but defund the schools and then act like it's crazy that we shouldn't send kids to schools in the middle of a global pandemic, in schools that have been defunded for decades and cannot, like, they don't have space for the amount of kids that we have now. They don't have salaries for the teachers that haven't been vaccinated before the police. Like, the outrage that people have reserved for the Defund the Police movement,
dude,
is like, it's absurd, because if you were actually against defunding things that are necessary for a society to thrive, you would have chimed in 30 years ago.
Yeah, dude. It's and everyone, because everyone thinks, I think it's the term defund the police. People think it's like, oh, so there's not going to be any more police. It's like, no, dude, there's still going to be jackasses on patrol. All right. There's still going to be pigs at your house. But what it mostly means is, like, we take all this funding that they're getting from, like, millions, billions of dollars every year. The levy passes because no one wants to be seen as soft on crime, right? The levy passes.
Thank you, Joe Biden, for that, by the way.
So then the levy will pass, and then cops get all this, like, military grade technology and gear that they don't need. They don't need and then it just means taking away some of their tanks that they have to just fund the mental health services for people that aren't really doing a crime but, like, seem like they need help. The police don't need to deal with that.
No, of course, and they're ill-equipped to handle that.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I've said this in other places, but there are few things that are more pro, on an individual level, there are few things that are more pro police officer. That guy, that your neighbor who's a cop that you like, who's a cool guy. He has, like, he's got 2 kids, he's got a dog, he has a barbecue. You like him as a person. I'm not talking about you, John. I know you can't relate. But, like, the person who's like, I know cops. My brother's a cop. My dad's a cop. My grandpa was a cop. My grandpa was a racist cop. But it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But, like, that's the thing about a lot of this political stuff. You need to come to them as a person, and that's what I'm trying to do here, where it's like, I get it. Everyone has a cop in their life. They know a cop, whether they like him or they don't like him. I'm talking to people who like the cop in their life. There is no thing that is more pro-cop, pro that person that you like, than defund the police, because it is taking responsibilities off of their plate that they are ill-equipped to handle.
No shit about being ill-equipped, dude. The cops spend more training on shooting than they do on de-escalation tactics.
Which is such, like, that's, again, like, that's dangerous on a personal level. Teach them how to de-escalate. When you're not teaching them to de-escalate, you're teaching them to put themselves in positions of danger that they don't need to be in.
Yeah, you're just teaching all that. Most of the training in the police academy is just how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
They spend, like, I think I read one time they spend like 6 weeks on that, but, like, maybe like 3 hours on, like, de-escalation tactics, how to talk to people, how to actually understand what's going on.
Right.
They just know how to shoot. And then we wonder why there's so many fucking shootings.
Yeah. And then all of the narrative gets directed around, like, well, should the cop have opened, like, is it okay for cop on black crime versus black on black crime?
Oh,
like,
what the fuck, dude?
These are the same thing. That. It's like that, those things, the fact that we're even talking about these two things is the problem. Like, I don't have any patience to engage in that conversation, even, because that's not the conversation that needs to be happening. The conversation that needs to be happening is, why is the cop showing up to this situation and bringing the deadly weapon?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's part of your uniform, but also then if that's such a necessary part of your uniform, then why is your body cam not as important?
Again, like, I feel like we're even getting past, like, the point that it should be, where it's like in in the majority of these situations that we're talking about, like somebody that's having a mental health crisis, the cop is bringing the most deadly amount of force into the situation. So they should be trained to, while they have an arsenal, they have an entire fucking army behind them.
Yeah, dude.
They could call 20 cars to come up here and shoot you up if they wanted to. Like, there's not a more terrifying thing to happen than have the cops called on you as someone, especially that is not white.
Yeah.
So for the cop to show, let's say one cruiser shows up, they've got a gun, they've got a taser, they've got pepper spray. They need to bring to that situation of someone who's just having a mental health crisis, someone that whoever called the cops on them didn't even say they've got a deadly weapon, they have nothing. They're just having a mental health crisis. That cop should come in and be able to de-escalate and not use any of those weapons. If they have to, you know what? Fair enough in the situation that maybe they have to use the mace or just something to restrain them if it comes to that. If worst case scenario, it comes to that. But it turns out that, like you're saying, when all of the training that you've received is how to defend yourself physically against someone who's attacking you, which is someone who's having a mental health crisis, doesn't have a gun, but we assume that they do. We assume via my training, they have a gun, they have a knife, they're going to try to kill me. Of course, you are going to try to neutralize them instead of try to subdue them, help them, calm them the fuck down.
But that's also like why that more social workers have to be involved in like police social workers.
Absolutely.
That need to be called. That, I mean, they did that in Oregon, right? Or Colorado also. I think I saw Boulder start doing that.
They've started implementing it. Yeah, they've started implementing it in several places. I don't think it's been around enough to be able to determine if it's been effective.
Well, it has.
There's no way it's not.
Yeah, there's no way it's not going to be. That it wouldn't help just relieve some of the stress on police officers. Because that's all 911 has. It's police, ambulance, and firefighters. If that's what you call, if someone calls 911 and says there's an emergency, I need this guy taken care of. That's all. They can't be like, oh, okay, like, but you know, it's all just horseshit.
Yeah, it's you're calling one of 3 services when like you need one of 7, 8, 10 services. Like that's all that Defund the Police is about. It's like, let's stop sending money to these local militias, if we're being honest, that are unionized and they have the strongest union in the country, which all about union strength. But when it comes to a union that is militarized and used against people and used against other unions, like, yikes, there's something fucked up there. So like, instead of pumping money into that, let's pump it into like, there needs to be more. Like 911 needs to be more than just the guys who come to shoot people, the guys who come to shoot the fire with their water, and the people who come to shoot you with, drugs because you're hurt and you need to feel better.
Yeah, dude.
We need people to shoot you with love and understanding.
Yeah.
So that you can then re-enter society without having a situation where you're manic and then the cops strap your arms behind your back and smash your face into the pavement and make you spend a night in jail, and then I guess
if that's
send you back out.
Best case scenario, that's the best case scenario.
If you're lucky, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, damn. I mean, I feel like the past 45 minutes has been heavy-hearted shit, but I mean, that's the reality we live in, and it's what gets us fired up. I've got a bunch of notes here about funny shit I wanted to talk about, but maybe we'll talk about it next week. Maybe we'll meet up later this week and do a little bonus something. I don't fucking know. I don't know what your life is like, John. I just talk to you on Sundays at this point.
Yeah, I love our Sunday talks.
Send an email to soupformyfamilypod@gmail.com. John almost nailed it. It'll be in the comments or in the description if you're just listening to this. 5-star reviews wherever you're listening. Throw it a like if you're on YouTube. Send us a comment. We're so early on in this, I'm pretty sure only comedians or members of our immediate families are listening to this. So, support us by clicking a button. We would appreciate it. Who knows what difference it makes, but you can follow John Holmes at John Holmes Lives on Instagram, Twitter, all that good shit. And you can follow me at Shrek John on Instagram and other places if you find me. Trying to remain incognito for the old corporate day job that I'm trying to not lose so I don't die in a gutter.
Oh, man. You got to get over that fear.
I do. That's really been a big problem of mine, is living in fear of people who don't give a fuck.
No, I meant dying in the gutter. Man, come on, man.
Oh, that too.
I've been there. There's picture evidence of me passed out in the gutter, and you know what? I'm still alive, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, and I took those pictures, so I get it. Yeah. I know. It gets better, folks. Or if it doesn't, it's really not so bad as long as you're a white male like John and I. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We love you. I love you, John.
I love you too, buddy. I love them too.
They, them. We love they, them. We'll see they, them next week. Bye.
Soup for my family. It's unbelievable.